Okay, I said we'd talk about President Trump's peace plan, and we shall. Donald Trump has his peace plan for Israel and Palestine, and he's pushing it. What does he call it? The deal of the century. The deal of the century. And what's the reaction? I mean, the Palestinian Ministry of Foreign Affairs has come up with a statement throwing his arms up in horror, saying that this will perpetuate apartheid on the West Bank and is an atrocious idea, and no way in a million years would the Palestinians back or even consider President Trump's peace plan. Meanwhile, if the Israeli Peace Index is to be believed, a very interesting report. It comes out monthly. I don't know whether you're aware of it. But the Peace Index, you can Google it, the April edition, seemed to indicate that a majority of Jewish citizens of Israel didn't like Trump's plan. They thought it might very well infringe on their future in a way that they were very bothered by. So we've got a plan that the Palestinians don't like, the Israelis don't like. Interesting, eh? I mean, you'd think there might be some mileage in it, therefore. It certainly, as at face value, it's pretty creepy. I mean, where does it say? It's going to be... It's for the establishment of a state to be called New Palestine. I mean, the details have been leaked in Haaretz and so on. You can't keep a secret in Israel. Everybody leaks everything. So the details have been leaked in Haaretz, and the idea is the establishment of a state called New Palestine that comprises Gaza and the West Bank, and a tripartite agreement to be signed between Israel and the Hamas, Israel and Hamas, and the Palestinian Authority on the West Bank. A new Palestine will be established on the West Bank and in Gaza. Well, sounds great so far, but with the exception of Israeli settlements on the West Bank. Well, you balk at that, I guess, but let's swallow it for a minute. With the exception of Israeli settlements on the West Bank. Now, the settlements on the West Bank are illegal under UN Resolution 2334, I think it is. Anyway, they are illegal by international law. I mean, it's just like colonizing somebody else's land, and not supposed to do that these days. So these settlements are illegal. But under the Trump plan, not only will they be recognized, but they'll be able to link up and become contiguous with one another. Well, that's a bit of a bother, isn't it? I mean, Palestine loses even more land. So, what is this? And then what about Jerusalem? Well, interesting about Jerusalem under New Palestine. It's not to be divided under Trump's plan, but is to be shared by Israel and New Palestine, but with Israel maintaining general control. Inevitable, isn't it, really? But there you go. The other touch, which is perhaps more disturbing from a Palestinian point of view, is that the Arab population in Jerusalem, or Al-Quds if you like, Yerushalayim if you're Jewish, Al-Quds if you're Arab, will be citizens of New Palestine. So, but Israel remains in charge. Well, you might not be bothered by that, but they at face value, it seems that they're supposed to give up those that have Israeli citizenship. Well, are they supposed to give it up? It's a bit of a muddle there. Citizens of New Palestine, whilst Israel maintains overall control. And of course, that means that the newly formed Palestinian state, New Palestine, would pay taxes and water costs for East Jerusalem to the Al-Quds municipality, or the citizens would have to. So, interesting. We are people, right-thinking people in Israel and Palestine are dismissing this out of hand. Should they? Should they? Well, maybe we have something here we can move with. There's something we can pocket as a first step, and then work forward. Oh, it's a last step, not a first step. No, I'm sorry, it's a first step. Let's use it as a basis for negotiation. Go in with it. Think about it. I mean, if you can get something, for goodness sake, that was always Arafat's failure. He wanted everything, not. Well, he could have got something and pocketed it, and then anyway, serious mistake too over the Golan. I mean, pocket what you can get. You go with Trump's deal. Take a chance, and then I know I'm being very controversial here, but there are a few opportunities for peace now. So let's use it as a basis for negotiation, and then move on in due course. It's a start. It's something. At least that's what I think. And there's more. We'll come to that in a moment. Have a little light relief, and then one more thing to mention, just briefly, one more thing.